This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
A good afternoon to you. My name is Segria Joshua from Airforce Army Secondary School in Tebe. I'm the third speaker from the Afama side, and here, first of all, to criticize and inform the negators. Their first speaker came here with nobody, no plan, with nobody. They had a plan on how to improve, on improving the new curriculum, but they didn't tell us exactly how they are going to improve it. They didn't give us the parameters on where they are going to implement their plan. And my dear ladies and gentlemen, they are also telling us that they don't need a body, as stated by their second speaker. For sure, how are we to know that the information provided by these people is credential? The first speaker also said that the competence-based curriculum has not yet yielded any results, and we are still criticizing it. Yet at the same time, their second speaker is saying that it has produced job creators. We are seeing things being antagonistic between these two people, and yet the experts are already talking about the new curriculum and its associated problems like lack of resources. The first speaker is saying that there is much money being spent, which was spent to develop the new curriculum, but he's not thinking about how much money is going to be spent in order to implement it alone. Remember that in the Uganda, we don't have, all schools are not accessing the resources equally. So if we are to bring up the new curriculum, which requires resources to be there for every student, which means you are leaving some students out and catering for some students also. The second speaker also said that we're having different methodologies of teaching. That is why we are integrating. We are bringing the good methodologies from the old curriculum and the good methodologies from the new curriculum in order to come up with something with a hybrid figure that can help us improve our education system. And the second speaker also saying that we are dealing with practical skills. We are not dealing with practical skills. We are integrating. We are bringing the concerns so that we can concern on practical and theory together in order to come up with a citizen who is well equipped for competing on the labor market. Also, from our arguments, as the second speaker stated, that if we integrate the curriculum, there is going to be room for transition and continuity. We are having children who are advancing through the levels of education. That is primary, the secondary level, and the tertiary level. So if we integrate the system, we are going to help all these students to work though these students not have problem as they are transiting from one level to another. That means the same way they are going to be taught in primary is going to help them so that they can learn the same way in secondary and still learn the same way in advanced level. And they're not going to be confused at all. Also, the first speaker said that the teachers are not yet well versed with the new curriculum, and they are still saying we should implement only the new curriculum. The teachers, yes, are not yet well versed with the new curriculum. And only 35% from Benedict Nambi, the assistant director of the National Curriculum Development Center, said that only 35% have been trained. And if you look at the normal distribution curve, it does not mean that all the 35% know what to do. You get it? That means of them, about 20% know what to do. The others, yes, were trained, but we don't know for sure that they deliver what we think. Our new curriculum, if we integrate the new curriculum and the old curriculum, we are going to have incorporation of innovative practices, whereby a student has the information about something and can be able to apply it in their daily life. Imagine if we are only to apply the new curriculum, we are seeing an engineer who can work on any plumbing architecture given to him, but cannot solve a simple fluid dynamics equation. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some courses like lawyers, like judges, which don't need much of practical. They need much of memorization and the theory so that they can develop their memory capacity, my dears. But they're only talking about skills. For sure, how are we going to help such a student? If we are to bring about practical skills and theory, we are going to teach a student on how to know the history, which is the history, which is relative to what he's learning, so that can use it to develop a simple storybook, which he can sell and get money. Dear ladies and gentlemen, let us come together so that we can integrate the new and old curriculum to have a better, competent student. Thank you.
Pano, this house believes that integration of the new and old curriculum will be a better strategy to improve Uganda's education system. Integrating the new curriculum and old curriculum for a better education system versus improving the new curriculum. Pano, the team affirmative are talking about combining the two curriculums for a better education system. But Pano, you will all agree with me the fact that we are currently having a new curriculum that is on test. And if you to analyze the new curriculum that is currently running in the lower secondary, it is having the theory and it is having the practical. It was enrolled in 2020, that is February. But the panel, we are wondering what is the base of the team affirmative to say that the new curriculum that they have just enrolled is a failure. That is the question they have to tell us. More so, they talked about 65% of the teachers are not yet, they have not yet adopted to the new curriculum. But panel, if you say that we are going to combine the new and old curriculum, don't you think that this is also going to be another burden? We as the team, we as the team opposition, we have come up with a clear strategy that instead of combining the new and old curriculum, why can't we put much emphasis on the new curriculum that we have just enrolled, that is currently running in the lower secondary, so that we can first look at the fruits that it's going to yield. More so, our dear judges, if we look at combining the two curriculums, we shall need other textbooks. If we look at the textbooks, we shall need teachers. We shall need to train teachers about how they can run this curriculum. But panel, if you look at, if you look at all that, that needs resources. They are talking about it needs a lot of resources. But panel, you look at the system that you want to introduce. We are currently having a new curriculum that we are still testing. We have already invested money to print textbooks. We have already gone in schools to teach teachers on how best they can run them. Now, within a couple of days, you're trying to run away from it. Now, where are you going to put the textbooks that you have already printed? Then, don't you think that you will need more money now to again reprint other textbooks? Thank you very much. If we are to look to Uganda, currently all the schools in Uganda, the biggest percentage of the schools, 85% of the schools in Uganda are currently having the textbooks that are of the new curriculum. So that means the biggest percentage of the schools have done what? Have received the textbooks containing the new curriculum. Pano, the team government has been asking us what is our body? But panel, the resolution says, this House believes that integration of the new and old curriculum would be a better strategy to improve Uganda's education system. We are supposed to see whether integrating the new and old curriculum would be a better strategy to improve Uganda's education system or not. We are not going to say that the resolution is not requiring us to say that this House will integrate. They should differentiate the two. This House believes that integration of the new and old curriculum would be a better strategy to improve Uganda's education system. We are trying to see if we integrate the new and old curriculum, are we able to improve the Uganda's education system? That is the question. I want the next speaker from the team government to come and tell us, integrating the new and old curriculum, how is it going to solve the problem that we are having in the education system? The next question is, what is the problem that we are having as currently? More so, our dear judges, we as the team opposition, we have told you that instead of wasting resources to print new textbooks, to employ teachers, panel, allow me to stop here saying that we would rather improve the current curriculum, that is the newer, lower curriculum, improve it so that for effectiveness and improvement of education system, rather than combining the two, which is going to be of high expense. Thank you so much.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.